Can't walk alone. I want your arms around me to keep out the cold. It's been such a long time without your touch to contend. And every day that you're near me, don't want the day to end. Oh, sleepless night, oh, sleepless night, shadows in the night. Oh, sleepless night, shadows in the night. In the night, in the night, in the night.
valuable information for you to work with on this used car.
Hi there, boys and girls. I'm Atomic Betty. Atomic Bob, at great personal inconvenience, invited me to leave my beautiful poolside manor and come out here in the heat of the day, about high noon, and discuss with you, or at least show you, some of the things you might find in a used car lot. I'm not absolutely certain that this is a used car lot, although it says it all over the place. I'm standing very near an automobile of some sort that presumably is a used car. It's got Day-Glo letters all over it, information such as 1000 down. What that means, I'm sure I don't know. And it also says extra clean. Where I come from, this is not extra clean. Yes, Bob? Yes, Bob.
Let's have a look at that truck there behind you.
I'm Atomic Betty, and I'm standing out here now in the heat of the day in front of a used truck and very near a dirty fence. No problem, boys and girls. I'm sure it'll all wash off somehow. This is a used truck. It's multicolored, several different colors on it. It's made of white, and no doubt the owner of this car considered that to be maroon. Interesting, it looks as if the thing has been airbrushed. It's got Day-Glo letters on it, says 81 look full power. My dear, where I come from, a used truck is not considered full power. Hi there, boys and girls. Atomic Betty here in the heat of the day at a used car lot. I'm at a place called Cal's Used Cars, standing under some beautiful pennants. They're red and blue and white, quite appropriate for the heat of the summer, very near the 4th of July. But then also we've got orange and green and yellow, some other colors of blue. I'm sure that Bob will tell you a little bit later on about the pennants and their... Hi there, boys and girls. I'm Atomic Betty. It's high noon in downtown San Antonio, Texas, and I'm nowhere near a swimming pool because you asked for it, and also Atomic Bob. I'm here at a used car lot. I'm leaning now on a car that says, in Day-Glo letters, that it's extra clean. That's a matter of opinion. I'm at Cal's Used Cars, right in the heart of Broadway. 98 degrees out, not a problem, boys and girls. I'm just delighted to be able to do this small thing for you. I'm buried, in fact, among a number of automobiles that all, I believe, are indeed used, although Bob would probably be able to tell you better about that. I was chatting with Atomic Becky earlier today. She was at a used car lot on San Pedro at 11 o'clock. It wasn't nearly so hot then, but then we don't always get to choose our assignments. When I got into this business, Atomic Bob said that this was the direct path to Hollywood. When he said, "Kid, I'd like to show you Broadway," this isn't exactly what I had in mind. But still in all, boys and girls, I'm just delighted to be here, and I sure hope you find the used car of your dreams. Heaven knows I'm hoping that my dreams will come true. Back at you, Bob.
You got sound? Hey kids and grown-ups, hey kids and grown-ups too out there in television land. This is your old pal Atomic Bob down here at Carl's Used Car Lot to show you and tell you what to look for in a used car lot. You asked for it, Lester Groove of Lubbock, Texas, and you're going to get it. Let's take a look around and see if we can find out a few things. Let's take a little look around here and see if we can spot a few things that are typical of your typical... Let's take a look around here and see if we can spot a few things that indicate that Let's take a look around here and see if we can spot a few things that show you and tell you that this truly is a used car lot and not a new car dealer disguising himself as a used car dealer. Hey kids, and grown-ups too out there in television land, this is your old pal, Atomic Bob, PhD, out here on a sweltering Sunday morning at Carl's Used Cars on Broadway in downtown San Antonio. We're here, Lester, because you asked for it and you're going to get it. Before you can find a used car, because you asked for it, Lester, you're going to get it. We're right down here on my own time, Sunday morning when I should be out golfing. I'm down here, Carl, because you asked I should be golfing this morning. My agent said, Bob, you're supposed to go golfing this morning. I said, no, I can't go golfing this morning because Lester asked what to look for in a used car, and he sent in his $20 bill. Remember, he sent in his $20 bill. So I said to my agent, I don't care. I'm taking my own Sunday morning. I'm going to answer Lester's question. Lester, there's three parts to your question, whether you know it or not, and you probably don't know it or you wouldn't have asked Atomic Bob, PhD, right? The three parts to your question are, one, not what to look for in a used car, but one, what to look for in a used car lot. We're here at Carl's Used Car on busy Broadway Street on a hot Sunday morning when I should be golfing. I shouldn't be here. I should be golfing this morning. I don't know why I'm not golfing. To answer your question, you asked for it and you're going to get it. Let's just take a look around and see if we can point out a few things. Old Atomic Bob is just going to take a look around and try to point out a few things so that you will know that you're at a used car lot and not a new car dealer. First of all, Bonnie, can we have those pennants? Your typical used car lot always has pennants. Bright, colorful pennants, they're there for a purpose, Lester. They're not there just to be decorative, to attract your attention to his fine selection of used cars. If you do not see pennants, even if the sign says used cars, keep driving. Okay, what else, Lester? What else should we look for in a good used car lot? We should look for a good selection of used cars. There's basically two kinds of used car lots. You have your smaller lot that has a number of used cars, and you have your large lot that has very few cars. We chose Lester's used car, we chose Carl's used cars because he has a spectacular selection of very used looking automobiles. Maybe not the one we're looking for, but quite a good selection. So let's just look around here and see what we have. We have a one-owner car, which I would like to point out to you. And again, Lester, your typical used car dealer is not like your new car dealer, where you have to read this tiny little type that says what's on the car. He puts it in bold letters, either in Dayglow orange or Dayglow green. Remember that in only one of these two colors, Dayglow orange or Dayglow green, puts it right on the front windshield where you can't miss it. We have here a one-owner automobile, and that's the kind of information you need to know, because obviously if a car has not been owned before, it is not a used car. He says right there, you can interpret that to mean, Lester, that this is a used car because it already had one owner. You understand that, right, Lester? Jeez, what a dumb question. This guy must really be... Anyway, let's look at some other of these signs and see what we have here. We have one on this van-shaped mobile behind me that says air-cunned full power. Now, I don't know what air-cunned means, but you have to know that that is a valuable used car accessory, or it would not be listed on the windshield. Full power means that this car definitely has something like an engine or something similar to an engine beneath the hood, and when you turn this engine on, if you can get it to run, it will be running at its full power, whatever that happens to be. So we have here a lovely 9-seater van that is air-cunned with full power, not partial power. If that sign said partial power, I would pass that one up. We have in the back a used ambulance, which is a little bit unusual, but we have specialty automobiles. One of the strengths of the used car dealer is his specialty automobiles. We have in the back a used ambulance, which you don't generally see. We also have in the second row a flatbed truck. A flatbed truck. These are all different kinds of used cars, Lester, and I want you to pay attention because I'm going to ask you about these later. Going along the front row, where the most spectacular American automobiles are, you can see the hind ends of some of the wonderful Detroit mechanisms. A few of these cars to try to determine whether they're used or not. One of the first things to look for is prominent messages. One of the first things to look for is messages prominently displayed on the front windshield in either Day-Glo orange or Day-Glo green. These are the only two authorized used car message colors. That's Day-Glo orange or Day-Glo green. If you do not see a message displayed prominently on the windshield in Day-Glo orange or Day-Glo green, this is not necessarily a used car. Unscrupulous new car dealers will turn the speedometer ahead, will scuff up the tires, will put little dents and bird dung on the automobile and try to market it as a used car. So going from left to right here, we have on the end a used ambulance, which we're going to forget about. Let's just take a look at these 4 cars and see what we can determine here. First, car number 1 appears to be some sort of a van, which is air-cunned full power. Now, this is a used car, Lester. Air-cunned, I really don't know what that means, but you can bet that it's an important used car accessory, or it would not be prominently displayed on the front windshield. Full power, well, I guess you know what that means, don't you? That means that this used car comes with an engine, and when you turn this engine on, if you can get it to start, it will be running at its full power, whatever that happens to be. You're not dealing with a partially powered automobile, but you're dealing with a full-powered automobile here. Both excellent signs. Let's move on to the second car. It has no identification. It has a real license plate. I'd be very, very careful. I could not guarantee that you have a used car here. Let's move on to the third car. 1 owner. Okay, this is a very, very important sign. In order for a car to be used, this is one of the principles, the important principles of used cars. Get this right, Lester. It must have had a previous owner. Unless this message is prominently displayed, ask the dealer in your most serious voice, has this car ever been used before? I mean, has this car ever been owned before? If you do not see this message, Lester, ask the dealer, has this car ever been owned before? And if he answers no, or if he even hesitates, move ahead. A used car, in order to be a used car, must have had at least one other owner. So we definitely have a used car. Moving on, we have a 2-tone gray Plymouth, again with no prominent messages. So this is your run-of-the-mill new car, or possibly used car, or something similar to a used car, but certainly not a guaranteed used car. Lester, a few more things we can point out. This dealer not only... Hey kids and grown-ups too out there in television land, this is Atomic Bob. Hey kids and grown-ups out... Hey kids and grown-ups too out there in Atomic... Dad? You sure it's the battery, huh?